Hey there, friends and video game fans. Head Got Shanked here again. We're joining the Battle Brothers once again, and we're pretty strapped for cash after we hired the experienced Adler. He's a swordsman. Unfortunately, he's a drunkard. I tried to beat the drunkenness out of him, and now he is angry at me. So, if I could just get that drunk... Actually, maybe he's better off being a drunkard. After all, that does add 5 to his resolve. Well. That's a quandary, isn't it? Anyway. Maybe it's just as well, but his morale issues are going to be a problem for the time being. As we're pretty desperate for cash, doesn't seem to be any work in the area, so we're going to be picking on these 4 goblins, who are rather boldly just advancing on us. So, yeah, this looks like it should be pretty easy. So, yeah, just a few more observations now that I've had even more time with this update patch. I'm noticing that the way things have been picked around, a lot of the builds that I had come to rely on before are just not... It isn't that they aren't viable anymore, it's that they kind of... Getting there is not as easily done as it was before. And I was a little crestfallen at this at the start, but, you know, I'm actually starting to appreciate it. It is allowing these Battle Brothers to feel more like real people and less like builds. You know, they're actual characters to me now, instead of just, you know, well, this is my Dynamo build, and this is my Shield Brother build, and... this is my, you know, so on and so forth. Each of these characters is, as I've come to think of them, actual characters. They're showing, you know, true strengths and deficiencies. And it's making them all feel much more personal. Before, you know, wow, that was even easier than I expected it to be. All right. We got a little bit of gold there. So yes, I'm noticing that everything about this change that maybe kind of rubbed me the wrong way, at least against the grain before, I'm starting to appreciate more. It really does seem to me that Overhyped Studios is hoping to take this in a direction where it really is more of an in-depth, invested experience, whereas the bare-bones version of the game, really I would have classified as a casual game, which was great. Honestly, you know, I talk on and on about how I spent 405 hours on the old build, and I probably will play this version less frequently, just because it's less convenient to play the way I used to like to play it. But I have a lot of appreciation for this game as it is now. And so let's see, what else? Well, I'm playing on the low difficulty this time around, and I'm actually doing pretty well. The low difficulty, actually I'm doing really well. I feel like the low difficulty maybe is too easy for me. And yet, the medium difficulty, really the only way you're going to survive in that game is to build up a bunch of currency by doing fetch quests if you can find them. Because the other thing I've noticed is that it is a lot harder to find work. You know, before I would go to each city, I would click on the 3 guys and like, oh, well, you guys are all doing fetch quests. And except for the 3rd guy, you want me to go and kill 2 orc leaders for fucking, 7,000 gold. And, well, I can't do that. So I'd move on to the next town and try there and go from town to town until I finally found a place where they were offering me sensible work for pay that was worth my time. And you really cannot do that anymore. He'd actually have made a pretty decent cheerleader. Interesting, a gambler. Damn, get all these low rolls. I really want everyone's attack to be as high as possible, their melee skill, that is. But maybe hit points, fatigue, and initiative. Ooh, that's a good roll. Okay. Make him a shield expert. I've come to rely on the defense feats. Really seem to be the only way to keep Battle Brothers alive. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty good. And damn, I keep getting 1s on melee skill. And I really... But see, I just feel that the added challenge, you really can't just, choose a build and take it all the way to level 11 exactly the way you envision it. You know, when you had fixed stat increases at each level, you really could recruit a guy and envision what his stats would be at level 11 if you were so inclined. It really is less viable now. You don't know how well a certain mercenary is going to progress as he levels up. Okay, where there's riches, there's trouble. Let's talk business. Sir Magnus of Steinwall. Going on patrol. Okay, I've done this quest once before and it was a lot of fun. Basically, you just kind of, 450 in advance, 90 crowns per head. I want more per head. 100 crowns per head. I want more. 110. That could be a lot of money. The money up front really is trivial. So yeah, let's do it. So we're going to have to visit these 3 towns, and we will likely be attacked, or at least encounter enemies that maybe want to avoid us. So we're going to Saddle Festa first. Good, so let's go there, and, hopefully we'll find some... We've cleared a lot of the goblins out of this area, but, maybe we'll find some bandits. There seem to be the occasional bandit group. And I suppose the downside of accepting a job like this at this time is that we really need a sure thing. So, at least we have that 430 gold. It would have been nicer maybe to get work actually. First leg of the patrol, you have the men rest for a time. Okay, yes. Well, now would be a good time to resupply if it wasn't midnight. Well, unfortunately... Oh, wow, now we have to go all the way down to Holness Land. Okay, well... I don't want to travel through swamps, actually. I would just cut through this wilderness. But I'm going to go ahead and actually stay true to my word and stick to the roads. So we'll resupply in Shandsburg. Yeah, the last time I did this patrol quest, it was for a noble in Saddle Festa, where we just were. And I think we've repaired these items enough to sell them. We could probably part with these bolas. We have those throwing axes. Okay, so that's good. And let's just make sure... Oh boy. Cheese doesn't spoil. And we can just get some cheap grain. That'll do. At least we won't starve and we won't run out of money. And all right. Yes, the early game is much more difficult now, with the prices of pretty much any kind of worthwhile gear having gone up. And not only the prices, but the availability. You really do have to, unless you luck out and find, like, an heirloom suit of armor at the marketplace. And now we have some orc youth who think they might like to test their mettle against us. So Olaf, the quick shot, has... I was going for my favorite ranged build, which is the Dynamo, which is where I give him quick shot and... or quick draw and many hands, or whatever, bags and belts. Quick hands and bags and belts. And then I give him either 4 crossbows and a halberd, or 3 crossbows, a halberd, and a pack of javelins or throwing axes. And that build is quite spectacular. He's capable of dishing out damage pretty easily. I would like to claim credit for inventing that, but I actually learned about it on the internet. Somebody else found that out before me. And I would like to do that with Olaf, but... oh, nice headshot. Very good. Let's see if we can maybe... Damn. Okay. Well, that's alright. Let's go ahead and move right up against their shield wall. We don't want to have an orc charge. But we will go ahead and put you here with a spear wall. And you can go up here with a shield wall. You can go up here. Shield wall. So now they probably will avoid the north end of the field here. Oh, damn, I could have thrown that javelin at him. It would be really swell if we could maybe finish that guy off before he has a chance to do any damage. But we might still act before him. Okay, that's not good. The new sound design on the orcs, by the way, is fantastic. It was good before, and it's good now. I might just be a kind critic, I don't really know, but I don't think so. There we go! Yeah, Wilfred. Wilfred. How long have you been? I have a feeling that you are a new guy, because I tend to give the blue and white shields to my experienced vets. And if there aren't enough of those to go around, then I tend to pass off the less thematic shields to the new recruits. Hey! And so, yeah, the thrown weapon in conjunction with the goblin halberd is a very potent combination. Unfortunately, now Wilhelm doesn't really have an opportunity, so we'll let him rest. And if we could actually finish someone off, that's a 56% chance, and that's an 81. I'm gonna go with the more sure thing. Nice. Ooh, 2 stuns. That's brutal. Oh, come on now. There we go. At least we got a kill. Alright, can we do something about you? That's 45. That's a 59. He doesn't have any of... Well, he doesn't have any feats yet. This guy's a new character. But look at that. We are trouncing them. all things considered. Oof. Let's just have you move back, and you can take some refuge behind the spear wall. Yes! Very well done. Okay, now. You just keep advancing. And you... Nope, that's alright. Good try. Okay, spear wall can just hold firm. You're doing good work. Oh boy. Good couple of misses there. Nice, Wilfred. I think you just earned an epithet because you just stood your ground like a boss against 2 raging orcs. Very nicely done. Okay, so let's see. Well done, Olaf. And there we go. Yes! Oh, they're probably going to start trying to flee now, I think. But, hey, we're paid per head, so we don't want to let them escape. Especially not when we have such a great advantage. Okay, so I'm not going to have Adler rush out and risk himself. He is an old man after all. And he doesn't have the defensive perks that these younger Battle Brothers do. He's training to be my cheerleader, so... Oh, well, at least he destroyed the green shield. I get angry when they kill a blue and white shield. That always gets me, because those are my colors. Okay. You know, he does have the best melee defense of anybody in this party, so, you know, he might just manage to stay safe. Hey, a 42% chance isn't that bad. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Look how badly we are just trouncing these orcs. Oh, no. I don't want to risk taking a shot in a melee after that guy's already been injured. Okay. Well, hopefully now, 72% chance. That's pretty good. There we go. At least we managed to avoid any casualties. We just made a good 900 gold, just like that. So, yeah, very cool. Okay, well, I think that's plenty of footage to call it here. As we head down to Neudorf and on to Holna's Land from there. Just out of curiosity, browsing the men for hire. We'll sell all this inferior orc gear. And, oh, I forgot to queue these all up for repairs. We have some levels up. So, alright, well. Thanks for watching, everybody. My name's Head Got Shanked. The game is Battle Brothers. And I hope you have a good night.